Hey everyone, Sky here to discuss Trolls World Tour, featuring the voices of Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake, and directed by Walt Dorn. Should I get into this movie? Well, it is a sequel to the original, and I was kind of having a good time with it. Let's see how this goes. Let's get into it. Barb, who's the queen of rock, wants rock music to be the only music that exists, and wants to destroy all the music except for rock, starting with techno, and get all the rest of the music strings. And Barb as a villain worked for me much better than Chef from last week. Queen Poppy, returning voice of Anna Kendrick's type of music is pop. She sings it as Guy Diamond gives birth to Tiny Diamond, and I love Tiny Diamond. I thought he was great for what little he had to do by looking cute. Branch, returning voice of Justin Timberlake, is in love with Queen Poppy and is going to struggle telling her until the end of the movie, which felt a sequel to a family film cliche. I do like these characters better here than last week, and thank goodness no Russell Brand this time. It's one way I don't have to hate on anybody, but he'll be the new Minion. He'll be in the new Minions movie next year. Queen Poppy's father tells the story of the different music strings, for example, classical, rock, as I brought up, pop is another one I brought up, and techno, and the one I didn't bring up is funk. And what Queen Poppy doesn't realize is Barb wants to destroy all music except for rock, and all of this is getting predictable that I know what's coming 10 minutes before it happens. Barb honestly sounds like a teenage boy, and the actress voicing her, who I reviewed before in the Angry Birds movie 2, her name is Rachel Bloom, but her voice does sound a little junior high boy or something like that. Poppy and Branch go on a quest to join the party we'll see Barb throw at the end, and we get to the land of the classical music trolls, and the little penny whistle that talks to them is... Its mouth moves like... looks bad. It just looks bad. Like, it looks like a bad version of the claymation movie, in my opinion, and I'm usually a fan of those movies, in my opinion. Barb hires Chaz, the smooth jazz troll, Reggaeton, K-pop gang, and Yodelay, whatever they are. Trolls get the pop string. Meanwhile, Poppy, Branch, and Bigglesworth, he's returning voice by James Corden. I didn't bring him up last time, as they arrive to country music trolls territory, as they sing a sad country song, and Poppy sings pop songs with Branch and Bigglesworth. And the trolls of country music hate it and get thrown in jail, and they get broken up by Hickory, voiced by Sam Rockwell. And he may be my favorite character in the movie, as I'm a fan of Sam Rockwell. As they go to Funkyland, let's call it, and Chaz, the smooth jazz troll, arrives, and Hickory pushes him off the boat and doesn't get taken over by the jazz because of the gumdrops, as it makes it soundproof but delicious in his ears. So he doesn't get infected by it, which kind of made sense, was still pretty nasty. The jazz thing was funny, in my opinion. Poppy, Branch, and Hickory get captured by Bob City trolls, with Cooper, who was also in the first film, and I don't know who he's voiced by, but the family of Funky Town Cooper is from, and he serves a better arc than the first film, where he had nothing to do the entire time except getting captured and saved by the end of the day. Barb captures the funky string, and Poppy and Branch have a conversation, and Branch walks off with Bigglesworth, like Bigglesworth did, I should say, earlier in the film. Hickory and Poppy got split up, and during the escape, and do reunite eventually. Meanwhile, the K-pop gang, Rayton, capture Branch, and as soon as Poppy and Hickory do reunite, and as soon as Poppy shows Hickory the string of pop, Hickory tells Poppy to, as Hickory is Yodelary, and Barb shows up, and Poppy gets captured and caged up by Bigglesworth, returns to Pop Village, And the rock tour begins as every single troll is possessed by rock, and Branch shows up and becomes rock possessed, and Poppy gets out of prison, and Poppy destroys the strings, and all the trolls realize the music is in their hearts. They sing, and I'm thinking this climax is funny and the same time, but it's also harmless for kids. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 6.9 out of 10. This movie is cute, funny, and better than the first film. I do enjoy being around these characters, particularly Hickory, and Barb does sound like a teenage boy, but I had fun with it. There were times the movie got a little predictable, but I guess it's okay because it's a family film, and it's very harmless for kids. Go rent this online and show it to them, and you'll see what I mean. I would like to thank you guys for joining me for the Trolls series, and until next time, a 5, 6, 7, 8.